Hello, and welcome to Series 1, Episode 2 of Tales of Horror with your host, Jesus Torres from Spooky Towers Tales. And tonight, I will be talking about the backstory of my first episode of La Lechuza. Pretty much how it all started. It's sort of a long story, but really worth, I guess, really worth hearing and also mentioning how it all started. Again, I posted this on a group, on the Oklahoma Ghost Stories group. People were intrigued on the backstory, so I hope all is well with y'all. I hope y'all are staying safe. I know it's past Halloween, and this was originally a Halloween project I had, but why not keep the spookiness going, I mean, it doesn't have to be Halloween or just October for paranormal activity to happen. It can happen on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I mean, I've had stuff happen to me, and that's something I'll get to some other day. So yeah, it doesn't have to be spooky season for the paranormal activity to spark or kick up. But I hope y'all had a great Halloween. I know we're a week, almost 2 weeks away from Halloween. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all dressed up as. I always like to know interesting costumes. I'm not really into dressing up or wearing costumes, but I dressed my son up in 2 costumes. He was Marshall on Halloween Eve, and on Halloween night, I dressed him up as a vampire, a little mini vampire. Got a lot of candy. Went to some trunk or treats. Went to his local. I say local. His daycare. We had an event going on there, and got invited to a couple of trunk or treats, and we had fun. Just my son and I, my family, my sister, nephews, brother-in-law, and I really wanted to go to do some ghost hunting, which I did. I did go with a group to investigate the week before Halloween. My sister and I went and we investigated. I don't want to mention the place. I don't know if I can or not, but if y'all want to know where we went, caught some interesting stuff. I caught some interesting stuff on film, and something happened to me, but I don't want to get into full details. I don't know if I can disclose anything, but if y'all are more interested in knowing where we went, what occurred, the group we went to, email me, comment. I'll be making a Facebook page soon, and I don't know, I guess a Twitter maybe. I still don't know. Only social media I have is my personal Facebook. I have an Instagram, but I don't post anything on there. I'm all new to this, so this podcasting thing, if you can consider it as a podcasting thing, but yeah, I hope y'all had a great Halloween. Y'all had a lot of candy. Hope y'all don't have cavities as of right now, a week into Halloween. having cavities, yeah, no. um, but so episode 2 for this podcast. Um, I guess I'll go into the backstory of my first episode, the Lechuza. I'm also going to be doing other people's stories and other events like not just paranormal. I'm also going to be talking about aliens and murders and a lot of other stuff and not just my personal stuff. So please stay tuned. I'm slowly trying to work there and work my way up there and do this. I really want to do this. I've been trying to to stay focused and then just do this, but it takes time. And I'm here November 7th. Who knows when I'll upload this? By the it could be 3 weeks from now. But I hope not. I hope I upload this next day, which will be November 8th. It is fallback time, so right now it's 12:34, so we're gonna gain an hour of sleep, so I'm gonna consider it 11:34 right now, but yeah, just bear with me. I'm trying. I'm slowly trying, and just have a lot, personal life going on. Nothing too negative, but yeah. Let's get to it. Let's get cracking to the backstory of the Lechuza experience and why it happened. So I have an uncle, my dad's brother. He came to live with us at our haunted house. This was years ago. I was 5 years old. I want to say I was 5. I could have been less. I could have been. I want to say I was 5. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly, but I just know a lot of weird stuff started to happen when I was 5, like in kindergarten. And so he came to live with us. Like a year of us living there, he came, and they're from a small village that's in Michoacan, Mexico. Really small village, I guess. Yeah, it's not even a town. I've never been there, but I've seen pictures and videos that they've brought back. Really interesting. So the story goes that when he came over, he had left the girlfriend he had over there, and so she got very upset with him. She got so upset that she ended up going to a witch, a local witch they had. And this witch just so happens to be an aunt of mine, but by marriage. She went to her to put a curse on my uncle for leaving her, abandoning her, in a sense, because he migrated over here to the United States. And so, she was very upset. She's like, oh, you're not gonna leave me. If you are, well, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. So he was the main target, obviously, because she didn't know any of us, and but the activity also presented itself to us living there in that household, and just started to make his presence known. And he suffered a lot from this curse, and he had trouble sleeping, sleep paralysis. It was bad. It got to the point that I had to start sleeping with him. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-story house. Um, I showed my friend about 3 weeks ago where the house is. She lives nearby, um, about a mile away from where the house is that I used to live in. And she told me the other day that she drove by it and she showed her son, and yeah, the haunted house, people live there. And I've been kind of curious to go ask. Be like, hey, by the way, do y'all experience anything at all? But I don't know, I'm just having got the courage built up. I did pass by with my friend, and a storm had hit, almost like a tornado, like a mini tornado, I want to say. I don't really know, but it was bad over there on that side of the town. And it did a lot of damage to that house. The only house that it did damage to. Coincidence? Maybe not. But yeah, my friend saw it knock down a big tree that they had in the backyard and the fence, and it was bad. But a 2-story house, not so big. I want to remember it, but I can vaguely just make it out in my head. It was so eerie. But my parents slept upstairs with my sister. She was a baby, maybe a year old or so at the time too. So she slept on the crib or yeah, she grew up, so she would sleep on her own little twin-sized bed. And I would sleep downstairs with my uncle in the downstairs room. Because he just couldn't sleep by himself anymore. He was having these weird things happening to him. He couldn't sleep paralysis. So he just felt uncomfortable being all on his own. So I'm like, I'm a little kid. I'm like, whatever, okay, whatever. I didn't know what was going on. I just would hear them talk, and I'm like, okay. But that didn't help at all. Things just kept getting worse for him. As soon as he even fell asleep, the slightest, he would just feel like someone was on top of him, like choking him, suffocating. He wasn't able to speak. He wasn't able to make nothing out. And he couldn't even open his eyes. He would wake up with scratches on his back, and he would ask me if I did any of it. Of course. I mean, I didn't. Like, why would I do that? Like, why? I'm a little kid. I'm 5, 6, maybe younger. I don't know. Why would I do that? So everyone thought, it was sleep paralysis, but it was something far more sinister. No one was really aware of this curse until later on, when they consulted with the family back in their hometown, my dad's and uncles, and they gave him an explanation, and they're like, okay, so we think this is what's going on. We're pretty positive this is what is going on, and you've been cursed. There's a curse on you. Your ex-girlfriend did it, She did this. the witch was so and so, which was my aunt by marriage. So in Spanish, when someone feels this, what my uncle was going through, when you feel like you're being choked, like you're getting suffocated, you can't even move, scream, while you're all asleep. It's called Se te subió el muerto. Which it translates to in English, the dead got on top of you. But sometimes it is referred to as the Old Hag was riding you. I had a commenter say that it was a succubus, but no, it's not. Succubus or incubus, but no, it's not. Because I replied back to her, I said, it's neither of those because those are sexual entities. This one wasn't doing anything sexual to my uncle. More likely just trying to kill him. But there is a word for this type of haunting, type of sleep paralysis. I heard it in another podcast that I listened to, but I don't remember which one. I don't remember what they called it, but there was like a whole thing going on with a group of people. I forgot, but there's a word for it. I had another person. This person's name was Vanessa, by the way, though. That's thought it could have been a succubus or an incubus, but Beth here says that she got sleep paralysis in the only house she lived in. I had it every few nights for the year I lived there. It was terrifying. I could not open my eyes or move and heard loud breathing in my ears. After moving, I never had this happen ever again. Crows were always knocking on the windows and dive bombing us. I had to throw rocks at the crows to stop them from attacking my child. There were shadow people in the house and poltergeist activity. I'm so glad I moved. So yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, this type of thing, like her, Beth, what she experienced, it sounds like someone could have actually cursed her, and I said hopefully it was just residual. It didn't follow her, nothing could have followed her, but who knows? Like it could have been residual, like it could have followed her. I mean, hopefully, I don't want to wish this upon anybody. Sleep paralysis or not, haunting or not. It's not pretty. I would see my uncle, how much he would suffer, and it would drain his energy. He was just so defeated, and it sucks. It sucks, your close ones feeling this way, even the ones that aren't so close to you, but they tell you their experiences. You gotta feel for them. People need to take this more serious, this paranormal stuff. I know there's a lot of skeptics. I know there's a lot, it's all in your head. Go seek professional help, get therapy, this and that. But no, sometimes it's far more beyond than just that. Sometimes it's something that's just there. That's a haunting that has taken over you. And no psychological help, no doctor, no expert, no anything with a PhD or nothing can cure a haunting, someone being cursed, a witch attacking you, there is no one with that type of degree and expertise that can save you from what is a curse, a haunting, a demonic presence that has taken over your soul, your body. You know, I don't like to get religious, and you know, I respect every religion. I am a devoted Christian, and I believe in God and Jesus Christ. I respect all religions though, and I respect everyone, you know. We're all brothers and sisters, and we gotta look out for one another. And we all gotta look out for one another, be there for when things like this occur, when they happen, when you see someone who's helpless and just can't take it anymore. So just because I'm a Christian, I believe in the paranormal. I've seen these things, I've experienced these things. My grandma and my mom are sensitive. They told me. I talked to my grandma just a couple of days ago about it, and she's seen all kinds of things. She still does, and she's been a Christian forever. But sometimes this goes far beyond religion. It goes far beyond our belief of what the Bible says, which it does mention demons and ghosts. Jesus Christ is the Holy Ghost. These things are real. And we gotta seek protection. We gotta have faith in ourselves, that when things like this are occurring or happening to us, to our loved ones, that we gotta have faith that we're stronger. We can't show our weakness to it. And that's what my uncle was doing. He was being weak, he was being taken over, he was getting bashed. It was an easy target. And I'm sure it sucked for him, but he had to show strength. He had to demonstrate that he was stronger and better than whatever it is that was trying to hurt him. And believe it or not, the living are more scarier and frightening than the dead. I'd rather see a ghost if I'm out ghost hunting at a cemetery. I'd rather see ghosts and shadow figures than a real actual person. They're trying to fend me off, chase me off with a bat or something. That would be far more frightening. Because yeah, ghosts can hurt you. Yeah, there's been instances where people have been pushed and shoved by ghosts and whatnot, but any living person can hurt you. And there's all kinds of people out here wanting to hurt others, but I'll get into that into other episodes and other series of my podcast. And again, just because your family is religious and doesn't want to believe, just because they don't like talking about it and you're experiencing something, don't let that bother you. Be a believer, because there's people like us, like me, that believe and know these things, and reach out to us, to the believers. If your family doesn't want to believe because of their religion, they just want to cover their eyes all the time, it sucks. I've heard a lot of stories of families just being skeptics and not believing in the paranormal, even though it's happening right in front of their eyes, and they always want to find some absurd explanation. Any explanation, anything, any excuse other than it being a ghost, something paranormal, something far beyond what our eyes can see. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Episode 2. And again, I lived in this haunted house, and this was just a series of events that occurred there. I have far more than I should. I'm a little kid experiencing these things, confused and not, I guess, just being kind of oblivious to it as well, because I was never scared. I was never scared. Because I would stay up watching Adult Swim, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., a school night, in the living room, by myself, not being scared. All while my uncle was being attacked. But I have other stories about this house. Y'all gotta stay tuned, because this house was really haunted. And I will be interviewing my mother and my sister and see if they can come up with anything. My sister, maybe not. She was considering her age. I think she was 4 when we moved out. But my mom, for sure, I'll be asking her. If I get in contact with my uncle, I haven't spoke to him in, golly, it's been way over 15 years. But I'll do my best for this podcast, and y'all stay safe out there. Stay safe. Again, y'all aren't crazy. These things are real. These are true happenings. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, make you believe differently. There is explanation behind a lot of things. I would like to say that I do like to debunk stuff, but a lot of it you're just like, yeah, that was paranormal, that was a ghost. So, thank y'all for listening again. And hope to see y'all in the next episode. Bye now.